Arsenal, beware. So, do you remember when I said this? If we all pretend I'm unbeaten, that'd be fantastic because, you know, we can be the Italian invincibles. We're basically like Arsenal, just draw all our games and become invincible. Because if you do, we're no longer going to be sort of unbeaten. We are actually fully legit unbeaten as of where things stand up to this point, which is an absolutely ridiculous thing to say when you look at who we've played over the last month and a half, 2 months of games that we've gone through. And yeah, it's going very, very well. But welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 21 of the AC Milan Awake, the Sleeping Giant series here with me. I hope you're all doing very well and keeping yourselves safe. So, as I said before, it's going very well at the moment. We are currently completely unbeaten. We are on a 5-game winning streak, which obviously means we are going to lose about 4-0 in today's game, because that is how Football Manager logic works. You win every single game, and then you lose to a team that's in 20th, in the tier below you, about 3-0, because your players forget how to play football. So, since the last episode, which was, of course, the very dominant display 3-1 win against a very, very strong Lazio side, and since then, we have played... Oh, maths is hard. 3, 4, 5, 6 games. 6 games. We have got into the season well and proper. We are currently in September, and we've got a lot of games going on in September as well. But since then, as I said, completely unbeaten, all of which are in Serie A. So obviously that does put us top of the league, and hopefully we'll be staying there. And we have actually got a little bit of a points points gap from the rest of the teams below us as well. So that'll be something that we are aiming to keep, and hopefully we can get a good amount of points sort of away from the teams below us over the next few games. So the first game straight after that Lazio game was an away tie against Sampdoria. Obviously, Sampdoria are very much a mid-table side in Serie A. They are sort of like the Wolves Everton. That's a dig to Everton. They're very much like the Wolves Everton side of Serie A, where they're not really at threat of getting relegated, but they're not really sort of challenging for the top 4. Where we did draw 2-2, and there's one name in particular that has come on a free that has started the season unbelievably well, and I'll let you have a guess on who it is, but I'm sure we all have on our minds who it's going to be. But yeah, a 2-2 draw. We were extremely dominant in this game. 14 shots to their 7, 1.26 expected goals to their 1.06. A game that you'd very much expect us to win. We did go 1-0 ahead, courtesy of Lacazette. We then got pegged behind literally 10 minutes after through Caprari. Grimaldo then got sent off, but we thankfully put ourselves ahead, thank you to Castrovilli. Then 40 minutes from time, Gabbiadini, who is currently 30 years old and still absolutely destroying Serie A. He's got 9 goals in 7 already for Sampdoria. What? Right, he is. Can we buy him? No. Right, let's not even try it. No, but a very, very sort of... It was an okay result, like, and a point away from home isn't terrible, especially against sort of a top 10 side, a mid-table side. You know, it's always going to be a difficult game. And at this point, I wasn't sure what to expect from my side. I didn't know if the Lazio game was a little bit of a fluke. So the team still had to gel. Obviously, we had a lot of big names leave, a lot of big names come in. So the team had to gel a little bit. And then going into the month of August, blimey, did we absolutely dominate. And we conceded 3 goals in 4, scored 8 in 4 as well. So we are playing absolutely superbly. The first game against Inter Milan, and obviously once again Inter are challenging for the title in the past 2 seasons that we played against them, currently in 6th, and we were played pretty well against them. A pretty dominant display from the boys, considering how strong Inter Milan are. We did put ourselves 2-0 up, once again, courtesy of Lacazette and Benacer on the stroke before half-time and straight after half-time. Then Kingsley Coman put a goal back in the 57th minute. Thankfully, we were able to hold on. And at this point, considering how good Inter are and we were able to get such a good display out of our boys, I was pretty confident. We were going to be able to, get a good season under our belts. And then the next game was against Torino, of course, Belotti's former side, which we did beat at the end of last season pretty significantly and dominantly, where Belotti didn't score. He's not the main man around here anymore. Lacazette is getting all of the goals at the moment, and David Neres also getting a goal in the before half-time, Verdi did put them 1-0 up very early on in the game. And as you can see from our side, it's a pretty strong side that we're fielding game in, game out, and we are, thankfully we're not getting many injuries, which I feel like an injury to our side could curtail our side a little bit, curtail, is that it? Basically put our team and results the wrong way, and then we start losing. But hopefully that never happens. Hopefully we win every single game in Serie A. But then the next game was against Udinese, a 2-0 win, and Lacazette scores again. Of course he does. Udinese didn't have a single shot on target. That's how bloody dominant we were. Look at that line. That line is pathetic. They had a 0.05 expected goals, and we had 16 shots, 1.51 expected goals. Absolute dominance from the Milan boys. The Milan boys. Dominant display from the lads. Corona is struggling a little bit. The Wang has also played a lot of games, and he is slowly but surely improving. And I'm really hoping he continues to improve, because he hasn't had a great start to the year. However, the potential he has, and the fact that we are winning games, is obviously going to help his development massively. The game straight after was away at home. Away at home? What is that? Away at home? Away to Bologna. And Jesus Corona saved our bacon quite massively, despite the fact we were pretty dominant from start to finish against Bologna. Belotti did have 2 goals disallowed, so very unlucky for him. We did go 1-0 down, and then Benacer did pull one back courtesy of a penalty, and then Jesus Corona in the 89th minute getting us the 3 points at the death and keeping us on that winning streak that we are currently on. Then the final game since you've been gone once again was against Napoli, and of course Napoli are currently second to us in the table, and we absolutely destroyed them. We destroyed them. Biggest win so far this year, 3-0. Belotti and Lacazette are getting quite the partnership at the moment. Unfortunately, Corona isn't there. And the thing is with Lacazette, he's keeping David Neres out. I didn't realise Lacazette would have this much of an impact going into this game, or going into this season. He was very much going to be a bit part player and sort of come on latter stages of the game with his energy and with obviously his pace and stuff. But he's been absolutely brilliant, and once again he was brilliant in this game, getting us a goal and Belotti 2 as well. And speaking of Lacazette, he's got 6 goals and 1 assist up to this point in the year, and he scored 11 all last year for Arsenal. So he's definitely going to get into double figures, Lacazette here. And hopefully, once again, keeping up a good partnership with Belotti is what we are looking for. And as you can see, I have been trying to integrate Bartolini into the side the past few games. As you can see, he's developing very, very well. So hopefully he continues. And I think, you know what? We're going to start him in the Champions League game, group stage game, against, who are we against? We are against Real San Sebastian. And this table we are about to see, yeah, it's not easy. We have got a very, very tough group to try and get past. We've got Manchester City, Real San Sebastian, and Shakhtar Donetsk. I think it's Donetsk, right? It is, in our group. And that is, I would arguably say that's probably the group of hell, if I'm honest. What are the other groups saying? Actually, you'd probably say Group B is pretty horrendous. Real Madrid, Ajax, Inter, Lille. Group D as well, Bayern, Atletico, Lazio. Not a chance Midtjylland are going to get through there. But I mean, to be fair, most of the groups are pretty tough. You've got Chelsea, PSG and Leipzig there, and Braga as well in Group A. So there are quite a few difficult groups in the Champions League this year. So hopefully we can kickstart our Champions League campaign with a win against Real San Sebastian. I feel like I should say that with an accent. I don't think I'm saying it right. Real San Sebastian. Real San Sebastian. Real San Sebastian. You have to say it with an accent, I feel like. So, going into today's game, this is the formation and the players we are going to be playing. We're going to be keeping the formidable trio of Belotti, Lacazette and Corona up top. The Benacer, Castrovilli and Aguirre in that midfield trio. And then Grimaldo, Bartolini, Ibanez and Wang. The Wang at right back, and Ikeness continuing in goal. Obviously, he come back from injury recently, so hopefully we can start seeing a little bit of development from our 16-year-old wonder kid. But yeah, this is the side we are going to be going with. I'm pretty confident of getting a win here. Away from home, I'm not too sure what the board's sort of overall thoughts are on the Champions League. They do want us to reach the first knockout round, so we do need to progress here. I mean, you need to kickstart with a win. So, yeah, let's get into the game, ladies and gentlemen. Get your score predictions in the comments. Once again, don't cheat. Get yourselves in the comments. Let me know what you think. And if you get it right, you get a high five. Okay, I'm quite curious to see what lineup Real San Sebastian have, because I'm not too sure. I don't think I've actually seen their side. If there's anyone that I recognise. There is a few people I recognise, actually. There is Jack Harrison, Mikel Oyarzabal. I think he's pretty good in this year's FM. Sriracha. Who else? I think that's basically it. Nacho Monreal, obviously former Arsenal player. William Jose, I think I recognise as well. But you'd probably say that on paper we're definitely the stronger side, and you'd expect us to get a pretty easy win here, especially the form we've been on. I am going to put the pressure on the boys of saying I expect a win tonight, and individually, hands in pockets, I have faith in you. Go out there and make a difference. No one cares. Both teams come into this good form. Don't care about press conferences. Sorry, the press, but don't want to speak to you, mate. Don't want to speak to you. 15 minutes gone. Not much has happened. We haven't had a single highlight as of yet. We are the better side at this current moment, and there is a chance here. And Real San Sebastian do have the ball, which is a little bit of concern. And Wade goes past his man, very, very easy. Goes past Grimaldo, I think that is. And I mean, it's a great save from Incanas. Arguably should be a goal there, which is very worrying, considering that we should be playing a little bit better. I am really disappointed in the boys at the moment, but Lacazette, the main man, is on the ball, can create anything from magic. He's basically Harry Potter in football in terms. Benacer, Castrovilli, Aguirre, obviously that passing ability Aguirre has. Belotti, Wang. Oh, he's at the post. That could have been an almighty goal from the Wang there. He could have showed why he's the mightiest Wang around. And there's another chance. And they seem to be getting a lot of the ball here, Sebastian, but thankfully we cut it out. And Belotti with a great chance, and he's missed the target. You'd put your money on Belotti doing better there, who was, I feel like, has started the season a little bit disappointing. He hasn't started the season as well as I'd hope, if I'm honest. And going into half-time, I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. Like, this is probably the easiest game we're going to have in our group. And if we can't beat these lot, we're going to really struggle against the likes of City and Shakhtar, especially when we still obviously have away ties against them, because we're probably not going to beat City at the Etihad, and we're probably not going to be able to beat Shakhtar away from home. So we do need to get a good result here, and nothing is happening. I'm going to give it to the 70th minute, and we are going to change something, I think. Juventus are beating Celtic 4-1, and nothing is happening. So we're going to bring on Caputo for Belotti. Probably a risky substitute considering how old Caputo is and his pace as well. But the knowledge he has on football is fantastic. We're going to bring Lamela on for Corona. Lacazette has got a worse goal match rating. However, Corona has... Lacazette can create anything out of nothing, and this looks like it could be a chance here. The Wang on the right hand side, it's a great ball. Belotti! On that note, let's cancel the changes because we're 1-0 up. Andre Belotti, after I said he's been very disappointing this season, gets himself a goal. And what a teasing ball that is by the Wang. Lovely ball. And Tito just nods it on, and Belotti with a very cushioned header into the back of the net. Very lucky not to be offside there from Belotti. You'd probably, is this offside? He's very close. Whoever this is that Elustondo just keeping him on and putting us 1-0 ahead in a game that you'd probably say is a must-win at the start of our campaign and keeps our winning streak going as well. But 10 minutes from time, Sebastian have got the ball here. However, we are putting the pressure on them a little bit, and it is a big ball over the top, and it has got through. Murky, William Jose, can the Wang get to him? It's a poor tackle from Ajer, and the Wang gets a great tackling. Can he get the second ball? He can't. Second bite of the cherry, and he hits the crossbar. I don't know what that player was. Murky hits the crossbar from point-blank range, you feel like, and there's another chance from the resulting throw-in, and it's not really gone anywhere, and that is a lovely ball, and Wague, thankfully, you'd probably say that Murky should have ran with the ball there a little bit, because he had a lot of space out in front, and on that note, we are going to make a few subs. We are going to bring on Lamella as fresh legs, we're going to bring on Caputo for Belotti, and we're going to bring on Leo for Lacazette. Try and freshen up the attacking trio. Try and avoid any injuries as well. And a bit of fresh legs hopefully will take the pressure off the boys. And 4 minutes to go. Is this going to be our first win in our Champions League campaign here with AC Milan? And yes, it is. It is our first win as AC Milan manager in the Champions League. And hopefully it'll be the first of many wins. And hopefully we'll be able to get a win in the Champions League final this year as well. Oh, I'm so happy. Come on, the pressure was on. And that does put us just behind Manchester City. It was a pretty close game, to be fair. Closer than I wanted it to be. However, away at home, I'm really, really happy. And obviously that gives us a lot of money. And financially, we are absolutely brilliant at the moment. 108 million in the bank and ready to spend. And that is an absolutely fantastic result. And we are currently on a 6-game winning streak. And hopefully, wow, September's brutal. And so's October. Wow. October is ridiculous. Jeez. Right, where do we want to come back for? Where do we want to come back for? Do we come back for the Atalanta game? Or is that too big? Or do we come back for the Roma game? Ooh. Oh, Roma. Roma, yes, we're going to have the Roma Milan derby in the next episode, a big derby, and that is going to be just under a month, about what, 20 days, 17 days, against a Roma. We have 4 games there, 2 of which are in the Champions League, Benevento and Verona, games you'd expect us to win coming up, and we'll have to see if we're still unbeaten coming into this Roma game. But yeah, let's go full face. I just realised there's a change of colour. Oh, we like to freshen things up, don't we? But thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Twitter and Twitch are there. But thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to leave comments. Any constructive criticism is always appreciated. If you do like the content, feel free to subscribe. Very much appreciated. And I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.